Well, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce our president. He really needs no introduction. You know him as a man of vision. He is absolutely has made a mark for himself in this internet marketing space. And if you hear him every week, you know that he really has a heart for the field. That's what I love. You know, so many people are just about the dollars. Nothing wrong with the dollar, but don't step on people on your way to get it. And you can feel that his heart is genuine. He wants all of us out here on the line to succeed. We know he's putting together one heck of a company, and I'm so proud that everything, guys, and sure, listen to this, everything that he said that he would do with this company, he's done either on time or early, but I believe most of it has been early for everything for us. So that is so phenomenal. So, again, it gives me great pleasure to bring on our president, Mr. J. Joshua Beisel. Are you out there, sir?
Hi, Boomy Moore. I absolutely am. How are you doing this very fine Saturday morning?
I'm super, super excited. Every day is a great day here in Jubi Rev, Jubi Max land.
Awesome, awesome. You know, your Empower Me Now moment kind of reminded me of a poem, and I don't remember it by heart, so I won't try to repeat it. But it basically says that life is a just employer; it will pay you what you ask. And so, for those of us here on this call who want more out of life, we need but to simply tell life that we demand more. And the reality of it is that compensation is reward for service. And so if we can find a way to help enough people get what they want by serving them, then we will always get what we want. That's how it works. So Ayabumi Moore, always a privilege, always a pleasure to come out on these calls right after you. You make it so fantastic. I really want to thank you. It really shows your leadership, and we are really, really grateful. Well, we got a lot of people out here for a Saturday. So
absolutely.
awesome.
And Mr. President, listen, yes. I do know that poem, and I'm going to share that on Monday on the leadership call. You're right. That is a great, great poem.
That is fantastic. That would be an absolute perfect. We have big things happening. Let me tell you, on Monday night for you, Ayabumi Moore, don't let anyone on your team miss that. And for everyone else here on this call, leaders, guests, do not miss our Monday night company update call. That is going to be on the 29th, I believe. It'll be the 29th of April at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can register for that and save a seat by going over to JubiRevTraining.com. That's JubiRevTraining.com. And so if you're a guest or a promoter here on today's call, make sure that you reserve a spot on Monday night's very important company update call. Again, go to JubiRevTraining.com, and that's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do your best to clear a schedule for that, and of course, make sure that you get all of your team out there as well. Well, Ayabumi Moore, once again, I really sincerely appreciate the opportunity to spend a few minutes at the very beginning of every call with you. Always puts a giant smile on my face. So again, thank you very much. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. Let me ask you, anybody out here on today's call fired up and excited? Anybody out here on today's call fired up and excited about what's happening with Jubi Rev, Jubi Max? And again, we've got some guests here on today's call, so we're going to make sure here on today's call that we get an opportunity to do a good business briefing, kind of share with all of our guests here on today's call exactly why they should be fired up and excited about Jubi Rev, Jubi Max as well. Now, if you are a promoter here on today's call, I want you and all of you guests as well to grab the keyboard and click over in the little questions and answers box, because I want to make sure that all of you can type into the questions box so that we have an opportunity to interact here together. Folks, we are doing some amazing things at JubiMax. Now, if you are a guest here on today's call, more than likely somebody believes in you. Somebody believes that you deserve to be one of our very next success stories, and so they invited you out to this webinar. Make sure that at the conclusion of this webinar, you get back in touch with them and tell them thank you for believing in you. It is really special when you have folks that care enough to give you an opportunity to create your own success story as well. And if you're a guest here on today's call, you probably have at least a couple of important questions here. Number one, the question you have if you're a guest here on today's call is, can I make some money? Can I leverage what is happening over at Jubi Rev, Jubi Max to begin to achieve some financial freedom? The other thing you're probably looking for is time freedom. Those are the two biggest things that all entrepreneurs are seeking: time freedom and financial freedom. Entrepreneurs want more in life, and we're going to share with you an amazing company that you have an opportunity to be a part of right at the very beginning. And so we're going to give you an opportunity here, folks, if you're a guest on today's call, to know what you need to do step by step to go ahead and get started here and actually have an opportunity to plant your flag with JubiRev, JubiMax, and become one of our very next success stories. Now, for you promoters here on today's call, we also do some training on Saturdays. Now, I do that two different ways, folks. I believe that the very best training I can ever give you is by leading by example. A lot of times we have folks come out and they say, hey Josh, I wish we could train on this or train on that. And folks, we can absolutely get all of your questions answered. But on the Saturday calls, I like to train by leading with examples. So we begin with a business briefing to share the opportunity with our promoters here. And as we go through the call, I'm going to actually interact a little bit more than I do on our weekly business briefings. And I'm going to actually have an opportunity to kind of share with you some important points along the way. So if you're a guest here on today's call, you're in for a treat. We're going to not only share JubiRev, JubiMax with you, but we're also going to get you some training along the way. And then at the conclusion of that, folks, we're going to go for about 1 hour here today. At the conclusion of that, I'm going to do my best to answer some questions, and I'm going to kind of give you a sneak peek of some of the exciting things that are happening over here at JubiRev, JubiMax. So we've got big things to cover, and we want to make sure we have an opportunity to get through all of it. So without further ado, folks, let's go ahead and jump in here. If you're a guest here on today's call, if you're a promoter here on today's call, pay close attention to this important message. My team has asked me to remind you that there are only 4 days left to take advantage of our first wave bonus. Do not miss that. Very, very important. So if you're a guest here on today's call and you've been looking for a place to call home, maybe you're a leader out there and you're looking for a company that does what it says it's going to do. If you're a leader out there and you're looking for a place to bring your team where they have an opportunity to actually achieve success with a fair compensation plan, you will absolutely find that here. And if you're brand new, maybe you've just never made any money before, maybe you've tried some companies and it didn't work out, either way, JubiRev, JubiMax is the company that you've been looking for, and the timing is right now today, because there's only about actually 3.5 days left for you to take advantage of our first wave bonus. So if you like what you see, do not delay. Make sure that you get back in touch with the person who brought you out here and get started. And if you're a promoter, make sure that you bring all of your guests that you can possibly get out to the calls in the next couple of days so that they have an opportunity to take advantage of that first wave bonus. All of our webinars are recorded. We're going to have an opportunity as we get into a little bit of the training on this call to kind of share with you exactly where those training calls are. We've been recording our Monday night company update webinars for you and your team to review. We've been recording our Saturday business briefing / training calls, which are available in the back office for yourself and your team to review. Folks, we are a global company. We have folks in over 70 different countries right now. I kind of lost track at some point in there. I'm sure it's more than 70, but I stopped counting at 70. And so we represent a lot of time zones. Sometimes you or maybe some of the people on your team cannot make it out to these live webinars, but that's okay. We have them recorded. We make them available in our back office via our instant replay, our Insta Replay, I like to call it, our Insta Replay 24/7 webinar on demand system. Will make sure that you and your team and your prospects can get access to JubiMax information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have all of that there for you. Now, folks, let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about the one person that I am not the most fond of talking about, and that's myself. You know, there's this important part of every webinar where I have to come out and kind of tell people a little bit about who I am. And it's really not my style. I'm kind of a low-key guy. I'm not really big on my own success story. But I can tell you one thing, folks. If you want to get me fired up and excited, let's talk about your success story. That's what gets me excited. But I also know that I'm applying for a job here. For all of our guests on the call, I'm applying for the job as your leader and mentor and as the president of the company that you're going to be working with to take you and your entrepreneurial activities to the next level. So just a little bit about myself. My name is J. Joshua Beisel. I am one of the world's top attraction marketers. I've been a featured expert in one of the top selling books on the subject, which is available at Amazon.com. It's available at Barnes & Noble. I'm also the CEO and co-founder of the world's largest independent MLM call center for network marketers anywhere in the world. That company, myphoneroom.com. Now, this is very, very important. myphoneroom.com, independent from Jubi Max, of course. It is a separate company, but given that I built that company from scratch as I'm building Jubi Max from scratch, I think it's important to share with all of you that myphoneroom.com, a 4-year-old multi-million-dollar international marketing firm, debt-free, and has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. Why do I say that? I say that because I want all of you to know where we are headed with JubiMax. We are a first-class, 5-star red carpet company. That's how we are going to conduct ourselves, folks, and that is how the world is seeing JubiMax right now, and that is how we will be seen for years to come. So if you're a guest here on today's call and you're looking for a sophisticated, intelligent business that you can actually partner with, become an independent promoter with, and have an opportunity to ride out with, well then folks, you have absolutely come to the right place at the right time. I believe that leadership is defined by the ability to share a vision with others and ask them successfully to follow you and help you bring that vision into reality. Why do I say that? I say that because that is what we have here at JubiMax. We are a company of leaders, folks. We are a company of leaders with a mission to go out and inspire, teach, and train the next generation of leaders. If you're a guest here on today's call, maybe you're a leader, maybe you've got a team and you want to take that team to new heights, make no mistake about it, we are the company that has the ability to help you do that. Maybe you're brand new. Maybe you've never done a business before and you're like, whoa, I'm not sure if I'm ready to be a leader yet, but hey, I'm definitely open to making some extra money. If you show me a business that works, that'd be fantastic. Well, this is also the right company for you. And for those of you that are entrepreneurs that have maybe been around for a little bit but never had any home runs, never really got on base, so to speak, and you really want to have an opportunity to create success, we are a company that can teach you, train you, and inspire you to become one of the next generation of leaders. What is our vision here, folks? Our vision at JubiMax is to spark a global economic movement and lead the revenue sharing revolution while empowering people around the globe to look good, feel good, and live good. Now, that is a big vision. Make no mistake about it, but we are successfully bringing thousands and thousands and thousands of people into that vision, creating thousands and thousands and thousands of customers as well. You know, let's talk to all of our guests here on today's call and for all of our promoters as well. I want everyone to understand the definition of an entrepreneur. I want you to think about this for just a moment. What is an entrepreneur? In my experience, an entrepreneur is defined by somebody who simply is looking for more. And so if you're a guest here on today's call and you know your personality and you know that you're always looking for more, well then make no mistake about it, you are an entrepreneur. And if you're looking for more time freedom, more prosperity, more wealth, more happiness, well, then I'm going to actually share with you a solution here on today's call to begin living a life less ordinary. And I'm going to share with you a message here on this call that is immutable, inarguable, and absolutely true that will allow you to begin enjoying the successes that I believe you so richly deserve anyway. But let's ask a couple of questions, and if you're a guest here on today's call, this webinar may be a little different than anything you're used to, and that's okay. JubiMax is anything but ordinary. We are a category creating company, folks. Make no mistake about it. You are a part of something really, really special just being on this call right now here today. Let me ask you a question, folks. Grab the little questions and answers box there. Type in a yes or a no as we go through. And as you answer these questions for yourself, folks, in the privacy of your own home or your office, wherever you may be dialing in from, you will know for sure whether or not JubiMax is going to be a good fit for you and whether or not you should get started. And as soon as you know that you should get started here today and join our very exciting, very happy, very motivated, very successful Jubi family, then we're going to welcome you aboard, get you into some training, and show you step by step what to do so that you too can become one of our next success stories. But let's get to that question. Folks, if you lost your job or your income today, how long would it take you before you lost your car, your house, or your sanity? Think about that for just a moment. And for those of you that are blessed here on today's call to not be in a situation where you are pressured financially, you know that so many people around you absolutely are. Let me give you a very sad statistic here, folks. This is important. This is very important. At age 65, out of 100 people, only about 3 are financially independent. 7 are dead, and 90 are dependent on family or state. What does that mean, folks? What that means is that your job here today as an entrepreneur, whether you're brand new, whether you've tried and failed in the past, whether you are an experienced leader, it doesn't matter. Your job here today, if you're an entrepreneur, your job is to figure out what you need to do to become one of those 3 financially independent people. It's very simple, because unless you make the overt, active, focused decision to become one of those 3, then life will dole out what you asked, which was nothing. And you're going to end up a statistic, one of the 7 or one of the 90. Bottom line is this. Now, can we all work together? Can we expand prosperity? Can we tap into unlimited abundance? Can we try to make that 3 a 4? Absolutely. But the reality of it is, folks, is that only 3 are financially independent, and your job here today, I challenge you, is to make the decision. You're going to do whatever it takes to become one of those 3 financially independent people. And you know, it's not just about money either. I met with a guy several months ago, told me a story. He said, Josh, what I really want most is to be able to see my family in person more than I do in photographs. And I said, wow. So that's a very, I'm not sure if that's a positive statement or a negative statement. He said, well, I'm going to get the job done. And I said, fantastic. Folks, let me ask you a question. Is this your life? How many of you out here on today's call are working a life that is just a little too stressful? How many of you are working a life that, you know, to be quite frank, is just not hardly even a life at all? You know, one of the things that I read recently by a very awesome author that I know, Seth Godin, who was a brilliant business writer and commentator and trainer, speaker, he said, your job is to design a life you don't have to escape from. Think about that for just a moment. How many of you here on today's call could use a little bit of work in designing a life that you don't have to escape from, right? You could do for a little bit more in that area. Folks, this is right where you need to be, right here. How many of you would like to be right there in that hammock? Go ahead and type it in there, folks. How many of you would like to be right there in that hammock? There we go. There we go. Now they're coming in there. All right. So one of the things that I love about JubiMax, and folks, we're going to get into this as we go through this call, but one of the things that I love about JubiMax is that we don't try to sell everything. We just sell everything people want to buy. We have a very unique online e-commerce platform that for you entrepreneurs here on today's call, I believe that that platform will serve as your vehicle to creating your own success story if you do the work, follow the system, and give 110% and ride this way, folks. I really believe it is without a doubt one of the greatest concepts ever created. But one of the things you need to understand about our online e-commerce platform that we're going to talk about is that our products are yes products. By yes products, what do I mean? Well, JubiMax is full of what I call yes products, meaning we have products and services that we market that people just say yes to. And if you're not sure if that's the case, let's go ahead and do a little bit of test here. Anybody out here on today's call like to take a vacation? Anybody out here on today's call like to take a vacation? How many of you would like to take 2 vacations a year? There's some yeses. All right. So some of you are sitting back with your arms folded and you're like, yeah, I'm not sure that's a complete yes question. So let me strengthen it a year here, folks. Let me just kind of strengthen it up a little bit for you, okay? Anybody out here on today's call want to learn the secrets of traveling the world like the rich and famous for just pennies on the dollar? That gets you excited? Even better. How would you like to get paid to take a vacation and travel the world? There you go. Now see, here's the thing. If you're a guest here in today's call, you probably can't help but say yes, right? I mean, it's just one of those questions where it's like, yeah, all right, I didn't want to say yes because, you know, I don't even know this guy, Jay Joshua, but yeah, I kind of got to say yes to that. That's a yes question. Folks, that's just one of our products here. We have so many more that are absolutely yes products that you're going to learn about here in the next couple of moments. But if you're an entrepreneur here on today's call, listen, I know the 2 questions that you have because I've been really blessed. I've been able to travel all around the world. I've met thousands of entrepreneurs, and the one thing every entrepreneur has in common is 2 questions and a comment. 2 questions and a comment, folks. If you remember nothing else on this webinar, you're going to remember 2 questions and a comment, okay? Here's the 2 questions. What do I need to do to create wealth and abundance for myself and my family? That's the question that I get. How do I get rich? How do I make a lot of money? How do I get ahead financially? These are the questions that entrepreneurs ask. That's question number 1. Question number 2 is, hey, I need time freedom. What do I need to do to be able to live the life that I want to live on my terms? I don't want to be a slave to the grind. I don't want to have to be on somebody else's schedule. I want to be able to come and go as I please. I want time freedom. Those are the two questions. How do I get financial freedom? How do I get time freedom? And here's the comment. Now, let me just ask you, anybody out here on today's call agree with this comment? Just type in agree or yes here. And a lot of people say, hey, listen, it just doesn't seem fair. You know, I know a lot of entrepreneurs that work really hard and they just say the same thing over and over. Hey, listen, I'm not complaining, but it sure doesn't seem fair. It sure seems like at all those companies, it's just the fat cats up in the ivory tower that are making all the money. They're the ones making all the money. I'm doing all the work. I'm not making any money, or I'm not making very much money. It just doesn't seem fair. Anybody out here on today's call kind of feel that way sometimes? Sometimes feel like, hey, the trickle-down economics didn't really trickle down to me. It just doesn't seem fair. Well, folks, let me tell you something right now. You will find that JubiRev JubiMax has, without a doubt, the world's most fair compensation plan on the planet, period. Make no mistake about it. We have the world's most fair compensation plan anywhere. And so if you're here today, Joe Average, Susie Average, maybe you've never made any money, maybe you've done a company or two before and you lost money, folks, I'm going to show you a fair compensation plan here today that's going to work. If you're a leader here on today's call and you don't mind making a check, but it makes you sick to your stomach when you see your team failing, let me tell you something. You've come to the right place, because make no mistake about it, I will show you the most fair compensation plan on the planet here today, one that is absolutely working. In fact, here's what I want everyone on the call to go ahead and do for me right now. I want you to pay close attention, because over the next few moments, I'm going to share with you how smart entrepreneurs are making hundreds or even thousands monthly, weekly, daily. In fact, here at JubiMax, I'm going to share with you that we pay 10 different ways. 10 different ways. I'm going to cover 2 of them on this call, but we actually pay 10 different ways. Not only can you make money monthly, weekly, daily, but we actually pay hourly here at JubiRev JubiMax. Why? Because it's online e-commerce, folks. Transactions. There was a point here a few weeks ago. I was looking at orders coming in, and it was like, wow, we've got an order coming in every 12 minutes. And I was talking with my team, and this one guy, he just kind of pops up. He says, it's not very far from every 12 minutes to every 12 seconds. And I said, you know what, you're absolutely right. So folks, we are a global e-commerce company. We don't sell everything, but we sell everything people want to buy. And so you have an opportunity to be with a fast-growing company that you can earn over and over. Here's what makes us exciting, though, folks. Let's talk about those products that I've been telling you about. And a couple of things I've already hinted about. I've told you that we have yes products, and I've told you that we don't have every product, but we have all the products people want to buy. Now let's talk about what I mean by that. I mean that we have products and services people are buying every single day. Let me tell you kind of a sad story, folks. I don't tell a lot of sad stories, but I got to tell you one here this morning. Several years ago, I was with an entrepreneurial company. I was working with them. I was an independent promoter, and they had this amazing juice product. And I was making a little bit of money, actually. I was doing pretty good. And this juice product, boy, it tasted so good. I mean, my mouth waters just thinking about it. It tasted so good. And the health benefits of this juice product were just absolutely amazing. I mean, I felt like this juice product could make me grow wings. I mean, it was just fantastic. And my customers loved this juice product. There's just one problem. About 2 or 3 months into it, spending $100 to $200 a month, almost every one of my customers would come back to me and say, hey, Josh, I got really bad news. And I said, why do you have bad news? And they said, because I'm sorry, but, well, we can't afford to continue buying these products from you every month. And that's the sad story, folks. That's the sad story, is that this amazing juice product that tasted great and had all these health benefits, it just wasn't fitting into people's budgets. And so I was determined. I don't get angry, folks. I get specific. I don't get upset. I get determined. Okay? I don't get frustrated. I get serious. And that's exactly what I did. I was very determined. I was very focused. I was very serious. And I said, I need to figure this out. If I'm going to be an entrepreneur, if I'm going to help other people as entrepreneurs, what do we got to do to get them products and services that don't turn into sad stories, right? So how many of you want a story with a happy ending? Let me ask you that. How many of you on this call want a story with a happy ending? Okay? You need the right products, and that's when I invented Net Zero Consumables, trademarked it, okay? Net Zero Consumables. What do I mean? I mean, here's what I came up with. I said, if I sell a juice product that tastes great and has all these health benefits, but people are canceling it because it wasn't in their budget. What is the solution? And then it came to me. What if I marketed products and services people were buying anyway, and they had no new out-of-pocket costs whatsoever, so they could never say it didn't fit into their budget? What if you could actually get paid on things people were buying every month anyway? Would that help you? Does that make sense? Let me ask you a question. Anybody out here on today's call spend several hundred to several $1,000s a month on groceries, department stores, and shopping online? Anybody out here on today's call want to raise their hand and agree to that? Okay. How many of you have at least 3 people in your neighborhood who spend several $100s to several $1,000s a month on groceries, department store items, and of course, online shopping? When you start to think about that question, you understand the power of net zero consumables. All of the money that everyone on your street, that everyone in your neighborhood, everyone on your block, everyone in your city, all of that revenue that they're spending every single month on grocery stores, department stores, okay, online shopping, that revenue is available. What if there was a system that would allow you to position yourself between what they were spending and the bank so you got paid? Well, that's exactly what we've created here at JubiMax. And again, not every product, folks, but all the products people want to buy. We've got travel, a multi-trillion-dollar industry. We've got beauty, weight loss. How many of you, let me just do this here, folks. Let me just do this. How many of you, take a look at the screen here. This is just some of our product lines, okay? How many of you out here on today's call would like to lose an extra 10 to 15 pounds? How many of you out here on today's call are sick and tired of TV diets that don't work, starving yourself, or even worse, losing the weight only to find that you're hungry all the time, you're uncomfortable, you don't feel good, and then the weight just comes right back on? And why is it that every time you lose 15 pounds, it seems like you gain it all back and then some? How many of you would like to actually lose an extra 10 to 15 pounds or more, get it off, keep it off, look fit, feel great, and actually get paid to do it? Anybody out here on today's call? Anybody out here on today's call had anybody in their life in the last 90 days to make the comment, man, I really need to lose weight? Anybody out here on today's call know anybody at work or at church or anybody that says, you know, I sure wish I could lose a little bit of weight and get that off and keep it off? In fact, I could even ask you a question. Anybody heard of anybody having to talk about plastic surgery to lose the weight, or even surgery? See, the reality of it is these are yes questions. We have yes products here at JubiMax. People want to lose weight. We have the most powerful weight loss program on the planet. We're not going to cover that in great detail this week, but I did commit on Monday night's call to start setting up some training so people can really understand how our system works. We've got home parties, tasting parties. I mean, this is fantastic. We've got travel. We've got weight loss. What about youth? Let me ask you a question. Anybody out here on today's call, any of you ladies out here on today's call, how would you like to look and feel about 10 years younger? How would you like to look and feel about 10 years younger? Folks, we have our amazing daytime anti-aging serum. It has 24 karat gold on it, and the ladies will, I'm sorry, I've never tried the product. I should try the product, but I've never tried the product. But here's what I know. I know that every time I get a case in of our JubiMax Youth daytime anti-aging serum with 24 karat gold, it just disappears. It just vacates my office. The ladies just poof, they just take it right out of here. Because why? Because it's good for their skin. It helps them look younger, and they're walking around with 24 karat gold on their face, feeling like $1,000,000, feeling like the beautiful princess that they truly are. Now, what about our nighttime peptides cream? For you ladies that want to go to bed and you want to actually grow younger while you sleep. See, this is what we have. These are yes products here, folks, and that's just the beginning. What about online e-commerce itself? What about online e-commerce itself? How would you like to, pay attention everybody, how would you like to have an opportunity to earn every time your neighbors and coworkers and people that you know, and through the viral aspect of this, people that they know, how would you like to have an opportunity to get paid effectively every time somebody in your neighborhood is shopping online? Well, we are launching on Monday 4/29 Jubi rebates, where you can literally show customers how to get cash back at up to 5,000 online retailers, folks, names you know, okay? When you see the brand names that are available through Jubi Rebates, it's going to blow your mind. Now, you can't miss this call, folks. You can't let your team miss this call. This is absolutely fantastic, really, really important. Imagine being able to give people the ability to get cash back on up to 5,000 different retailers. Imagine when you're out shopping at places you already shop, having the opportunity to earn Jubi Bucks. You can give those Jubi Bucks away, earn more Jubi points. Folks, it's absolutely fantastic. We'll cover that more. But again, it just comes down to one simple question. And if you're a guest here on today's call, get in front of your keyboard right now for me. Again, if you're a guest here on today's call, grab the keyboard, click into the little questions box. I have a question for you. Promoters too. Focus, everybody, focus. Get right there. Let me ask you a question. Very simple. How big of a slice of that multi-trillion-dollar pie do you want for yourself and for your family? Very simple. There's a lot out there. There is a lot of abundance out there. You can literally, I'm going to show you how, folks. I'm going to show you how to position yourself between all these people shopping online and the bank so that you get a piece, so that you get a slice of that multi-trillion-dollar pie. Now, one of the things that I talked about here, folks, was training. I said, look, you come out to the Saturday business briefing call. I'm also going to do training. A lot of people want me to sit down and just go through certain parts of the system, but you need to understand the most important thing I can ever teach you is leadership. Anybody on my team can teach you how to navigate through the sites. I'm here to teach you leadership. Leadership is doing, D-O-I-N-G, doing, because people do what I do. And so I want to start my training calls off every day with a business briefing. Even if everybody says, hey, Joshua, there's not going to be a guest in the room. Guess what? Every chance I can, we're still going to start off with doing a business briefing. Why? Because I want to show you, I want to demonstrate, I want to lead, I want to share with you how you need to be communicating with the public. Now, it comes down to one simple thing. I want everybody to answer these questions. Grab that keyboard, folks. Put the coffee down, grab that keyboard, put the crayon away, grab the keyboard, get in front of the questions. Here we go. If I can honestly show you a way to simply place ads online, giving away free products and samples, and in exchange you could get a share of our company's daily revenues, would that help you? That's the question, folks. That's the question. Anybody out here in agreement? Okay. Now, one of the things that we're going to talk a little bit about is some of the marketing that we're going to be unveiling here over the next week or two so that all of you can actually go to ground and really have tools that are cutting edge. In fact, we have tools that are far superior to anything you've seen on late night television, infomercials, home shopping networks, folks. We have cutting edge direct response marketing pieces coming out through the pro marketing system that are going to allow each and every one of you to go out and build a customer-based business and a customer-based team so that you and your team of independent promoters can go out and build a massive, massive organization of customers and promoters so that you have an opportunity to earn over and over and over again. Again, if you're a guest here on today's call, it comes down to one simple thing. We pay more ways than any other company I know, 10 different ways. I'm going to cover 2 of them here today. But as you can probably tell, if you're a guest here on today's call, there's so much more to this than just making money. If all you're interested in doing is making more money, go get another job. Simple. But if you're a guest here on today's call and you want to make more money and have time freedom, then you've got to stop trading time for dollars. And you've got to start trading time for value. And I'm going to do everything I can to help you understand how you can create a revolutionary category creating business here with JubiMax that can help you make more money, that can also help you have more time freedom. Anybody out here on today's call seeing the power of the revenue sharing model? Anybody out here seeing the power of the revenue sharing model? The revenue sharing model is one of the most successful models ever. Why? Because it helped Joe Average, it helped Susie Average actually have an opportunity to create success. And that's why it was so successful. In fact, a lot of experts even say that as much as 70% of the people who were a part of revenue sharing had an opportunity to be successful, whereas the average number is maybe like 5%. I think 70% is maybe a little high because there's still so many people who don't do anything, but I will agree that the revenue sharing model is the very fairest compensation plan on the planet that has the widest reach to allow the most amount of people to have success. That's why leaders love it, because their team can get results. And that's why teams love it. Folks, let me tell you a story about Judy. Judy is this awesome lady that I know, and probably one of the most sweetest, truest souls I've ever met. She's just fantastic. You just talk to this lady, and it's just awesome. She's been with several different companies, and she had reached out to me some time ago for help. And I watched her literally work with other companies. And here's what happened. She would do the work. She would go out and help them build their brand and promote and, help them get customers. She attended every company event and function. She did everything that she was asked of to do. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, Judy wasn't making any money. Why? Because at that company, it was only the fat cats at the top that were making any money. It really wasn't that fair. Now, she did the work, she did the promoting, she even got a couple of customers. Now, if she did that here at JubiMax, she would have a huge opportunity to go out and earn. She could be a real success story, but not at the other companies. We are different. Make no mistake about it, folks. I want you to kind of take a look right here on the screen. See these promoters? See these promoters? Those are independent promoters. Now, those independent promoters, if you're a guest here on today's call, I'm inviting you to join us and be one of our independent promoters. We work together as a team, folks. TEAM, team, stands for Together Everyone Achieves More. Yes, I know that was written in like the 70s, 40 years ago, but it's just as true today as it ever was. Together Everyone Achieves More. You see, the more promoters go out and promote, the more revenue we have to share. And that means you have the very best opportunity to have the success that you're looking for. And let's take a peek right here on this slide. You are an independent promoter, okay? And so when you get started, the more you promote by giving away samples in JubiBucks, the more points you get. Very simple. You place your daily ad, you go out, you give away samples, virtual samples in JubiBucks, and the more you do that, the more points you get. The more points you get, the bigger your share in our daily leadership bonus. And Robert, yes, I will show you some of our upcoming ads probably on this call if everybody's patient while I go fetch them, and I will be able to show everybody some of our upcoming marketing. It's absolutely impressive. But let's take a look at this next slide here, folks. It comes down to one simple thing. And I made this slide by myself, folks. I'm very proud of this slide. So everybody take a look at this. I made this myself. I'm very proud of it. That big circle right there, I did that. I made this slide because I wanted it to be really, really simple for every one of you here on this call to understand how it works. You see, you go out, you place your daily ad, you do the things we tell you to do to earn points. The more points you get, the more you earn in our daily leadership bonus. Take a look. And so it just comes down to one thing. How big do you want your share to be? Folks, bottom line is this. You can be successful. And if you are an entrepreneur here on today's call and you say, hey, what do I need to do to be successful? I'm going to tell you right now what you need to do to be successful. If you want more time freedom, if you want more financial freedom, you need to create your own profitable and successful home-based business. And why not do it in this space? Why not do it in the internet and direct sales space? Because here we've produced more millionaires than any other industry today working from home. Bottom line, why not you? And by the way, I always say that, why not you? Why? Because the number one reason a guest decides not to join is not because they don't like the president. It's not because you don't like me. It's not because you don't like the company. It's not because they don't like the sponsor or the person who referred them here. The number one reason why you wouldn't join is if you were afraid you wouldn't be successful. You see, people are more skeptical in their own ability to create success than they are in our ability to facilitate success. Why do I say that? I say that because I want you to understand something, folks. When you get started here today, JubiRev, Jubi Max, you will be in business for yourself, but never by yourself. Our step-by-step systems and full team support are here to help you succeed. And I want you to stop for just a moment and consider this. How would an extra paycheck monthly or even weekly change your lifestyle? Think about that. What about daily? Okay? How would that impact your life? You know, I promised to tell you about 2 different ways that you can earn out here on today's call, folks. I told you about our daily leadership bonus. The more points you have, the more you earn in our daily leadership bonus. But I also want to tell you a little bit about our car program here, folks, the Jubi Style program. You see, qualified independent promoters who are maintaining minimum monthly volume requirements are going to be earning up to $700 to cover a new payment on a Mercedes or a Porsche or a BMW or a Corvette. You're going to want to see Comp Plan Up PDF for all of the details on our car program. But folks, we've got several people that have been emailing me pictures of their cars already, and we're just a few weeks into launch here, and we haven't even had our grand opening. Again, folks, we haven't even had our grand opening, okay? So we've got people who are already picking out their cars. I've approved one of them. I'm pretty excited about it. Now, if you're a guest here on today's call, I want you to stay with us for a little bit, because I'm going to kind of share with you step by step what to do in some areas. If you're a promoter, I want you to stay. I want to kind of give you some sneak peeks of what's happening here over here at Jubi Max, so you can kind of be on the inside, so to speak, and understand what's happening. We've got major announcements coming on Monday. I'm not going to steal the thunder there, but I can give you a sneak peek here on tonight's call, and I think you're going to be really excited with that. But if you're a guest here on today's call, you need to jump in and get started right away. Take advantage of this while there's still time. I want you to take advantage of our first wave bonus. That's going to be ending here on the 30th. So you've only got a couple of days to get in here and get this taken care of and lock in your position. In fact, I will probably stop talking about the first wave bonus on Monday. That will be the last time, and I may not even talk about it on Monday because there just won't be time for folks to get in and get their accounts funded. So this may be the very last time I talk about the first wave bonus. If you want to learn about it, I'll show you where to go inside the back office to get that. But listen, if you're a guest here on today's call, it just comes down to one thing. If you want more, you need to find a way to help more people get more. If you want to make more, you need to find a way to help people get more of what they want. And if you help enough people get what they want, you're going to get what you want. It just comes down to that simple law of service. I talked about it in the beginning of the call. And so if you're a guest here on today's call, I'm inviting you officially to go ahead and get started. But the best way to do that, by the way, I'm actually going to walk you through as well here in just a moment. So stay tuned, and of course get back in touch with the person who brought you out here, because obviously they think highly of you and they believe that that you deserve to be one of our success stories. So that's going to be awesome for you to get back in touch with them and say thank you. But before anybody goes anywhere or even kind of thinks about going anywhere, I want to cover two big things here for just a moment. JubiMax is a category creating company, folks. And we solve two of the biggest problems out there in the industries today. Two of the biggest problems. And the first problem that we solve is the biggest problem that economists agree is being faced right now by online e-commerce. Make no mistake about it, it's huge. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I also want to talk about how JubiMax solves the biggest problem in the home-based business industry. The biggest problem in the home-based business industry, for those of you entrepreneurs, guests that are looking for a home somewhere, let me tell you why you're really not a lot of options out there. In fact, let me tell you why right now JubiMax is probably the only option. Very simple. Comes down to a couple of things. Number one, if you join most home-based businesses, here's what they're going to tell you to do. They're going to tell you to buy some products, try some products, develop your own personal testimony. That's great. They're going to tell you go make a list of friends and family you want to go out and pitch the products and services to. Well, I'm all for making a list, but let's see how this question plays out. You're going to go ask grandma to spend $100 a month on vitamins or juice. You know, maybe grandma's not in the market for vitamins or juice. The problem with most of those companies is, as I talked about earlier, they're not marketing net zero consumables. They're marketing products and services people aren't already buying right now. Okay, so that becomes difficult. So you're gonna, if you get started with these other companies, folks, you're gonna end up having to go bug, you know, mom, dad, grandma, brother, and sister to spend $100 a month on products and services they weren't already spending. That's going to be tough. Now, they know you, so there's not as much skepticism, but it's still going to be tough. Now, when you are done, hopefully you get one or two customers that way, but when you're done, these other home-based business companies, what do they tell you to do? They tell you to go and run an ad. Get you your cold market. So you run an ad. Maybe you spend $500 on an ad in the newspaper. What happens? You get one, you get maybe two people that call you. Think about that for a moment. You get one or two people to call you. Now, they don't know you, so they're really skeptical, and now you're trying to convince them to spend $100 a month on products and services. Let me tell you where we've solved the biggest problem here, folks. This is huge. This is really big. I want you to focus on this for a moment. At JubiMax, we've removed those obstacles. We've removed those barriers. You see, when you get started here today, you're going to get set up, you're going to get on an auto ship, you're going to try the products and services. We're going to tell you to use the products, become a product of the product, develop your own personal testimony. We're going to tell you to go make a list. But here's what we're going to do different. We're going to tell you to make a list of people that you know that might want to lose weight. We're going to tell you to make a list of people that you know who might want to take an extra vacation or who love to travel. We're going to show you how to make a list of people that you can go to with our amazing products and services, and then guess what happens? Now you're going to be able to go to them, and instead of trying to get them to spend $100 a month or $200 a month on products and services they weren't already buying, here's what they're going to do. You're going to be able to go to them and say, listen, mom, dad, brother, sister, friend, family member, whatever, I'm so confident that this product is going to help you lose weight. I'm willing to let you try it for an entire 30 days, absolutely for free. All I ask is that at the end of the 30 days, you get back in touch with me and let me know what you think, so that I can give you another incentive to buy it month after month. How many of you think that that makes much more sense? How many of you think that you could go out and give out samples of the products and services a lot easier than you can go out and ask people to start purchasing? And see, we pay you to be somebody who is introducing products and services. Who gets that? Who out here on today's call understands that it sure is a lot easier to ask somebody to try your products and services when you can go to them and say, hey, listen, I'm so confident my products and services are a perfect match for what you're looking for that I'm willing to let you try my products and services absolutely for free as long as you get back in touch with me at the end of the month and let me know what you thought. How many of you think that works? Now, let's continue that for just a moment. Let's continue that. Because the next thing that you want to understand is, what is the biggest problem that we are solving in online e-commerce today? What is the biggest problem that we're solving in online e-commerce today? The biggest problem that we're solving there is customer loyalty. And this is a huge problem that I want you to understand, because all of the economists agree that the #1 challenge in online e-commerce is loyalty. Why? Maybe you're a big store and you've got a customer. What happens? Well, that customer gets an incentive to go right down the street, right? And they are incentivized to actually buy from somebody right down the street. All they did was lower their prices. And so as long as online e-commerce becomes a place where company after company are just lowering their prices, then you're not going to have online e-commerce grow to where it can. We have solved the #1 problem in online e-commerce today. That #1 problem, folks, customer loyalty. You see, not only do we give you ability to actually go out and give away JubiBucks so that you can incentivize new customers to join, but we then allow you to build a relationship with those customers and then allow you to give those customers additional JubiMax, additional JubiBucks to reward them for their repeat buying and loyalty. This solves the 2 biggest problems out there. So if you're an entrepreneur here on today's call and you're looking for a place to come home, well, let me tell you, JubiMax is exactly what you're looking for. We are a company of real vision, of real leadership. We have the right products, not all the products, folks, just the ones people want to buy. Net zero consumables, transfer spending, products and services that people are already purchasing in the marketplace at the price point that they're being offered without the opportunity being attached. We've got products and services people love, and we give you the ability to solve the biggest problems in online e-commerce today, and that is customer acquisition and loyalty. We give you all of this, and we make it so easy for you to get started. So if you're a guest here on today's call, I want to officially invite you to go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you how to do that here in just the next couple of minutes. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close the speaking part of this, and I'm actually going to show you now, logging into the back office, where you go to set up your account, how to navigate through, where to get through to the training calls, and we might even answer a couple of questions. So if you've got some questions out there, folks, go ahead and ask them. Here's what we're going to do. Let me switch my screens. Give me just a second here, folks. Let me switch my screens. And if you've got questions, go ahead and type those in. Give me just a moment. All right, so we're logged in here to our back office, but give me just a moment. Let's make sure we stayed logged in here. May need to log in again there. Yeah. Give me just a moment here, folks. Logging in takes a minute. So if you're a guest here on today's call, I want you to go over to JubiMax.com and you're going to log in. Now, once you log in, you're going to click on the My Account, and this is what you're going to be able to see right here. Once you log in, you're going to click on My Account, and this is what you're going to be able to see here, okay? This is what you're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to see your back office. Now, I've got this small so that it's webinar size here, so I'm kind of shrinking this down. The site may look a little bit bigger for you if you're in there. Now, those of you who want to learn a little bit about the First Wave bonus, look over to where it says 6 important links right there, okay? Really, really important. Look right over there where it says 6 important links. First wave bonus is for those of you who want to know a little bit more about the first wave bonus. Don't miss this. Click right on there and you can see the information on the first wave bonus. The second one is, or the next one you want to watch, if you're a guest, you want to watch number 4. If you're a guest, you're going to want to watch number 4. Number 4 is going to show you how to fund your account with eCash, how to spend the eCash to create your monthly auto ship, how to choose an allotment of Jubi Bucks, and then once you're in there, how to begin giving away Jubi Bucks so that you can acquire Jubi points. The more points you have, the more you can earn in our daily leadership bonus. Really, really exciting stuff there, folks. So, and of course, if you are here on tonight's call and you're one of our Jubi independent promoters and you've been wanting to get caught up on all the latest of the Monday night company update webinars, well, you can do that by clicking right over here on that number 1 there, where it says Monday night company update webinars. You can click on that and you will see the last 4 weeks there. Also, our Saturday business briefings and trainings, those are right there, and you're going to be able to kind of see the last 3 weeks. There's one more missing that we're going to be adding here over the next week, but we will get all of that done. So again, if you're a guest, the first thing you want to do is check out that first wave bonus so you understand a little bit more about it, or just jump right into how to upgrade and get started. That's going to take good care of you. A couple of more points of business here, and I'll do my best to answer some questions here. 1, don't miss the Monday night call. Some of you are asking about the Jubi Rebates toolbar that we have. Folks, listen, if you're ready to go out and help customers shop and earn cash back at up to 5,000 different retailers all around the world, well, let me tell you something. You absolutely do not want to miss what's coming. In fact, you can kind of see right here how it's working. And again, this is this is still in beta here, folks, but I just popped on over to Best Buy and you can see that I can actually activate it, and you can earn cash back shopping at bestbuy.com, and all you would need to do is just activate that, and once you did, then you would actually be able to earn your customers would be able to earn 4.2% cash back. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible anywhere that you shop on here. So you're not going to want to miss that Monday night call. Let me tell you, that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Don't miss that because that's going to be an absolutely fantastic call. That's really big. Now, a couple of you have actually asked to see some of our marketing and ads and stuff, and I'm in the process of putting those together. Let me see which one we've got that I might be able to get access to. Hang on just a second. I think I showed this one on last week's call, and I had to kind of keep moving around it. But we've got some amazing marketing pieces coming out that are going to be in the pro marketing system that are going to be designed to really help folks. So hang on just a second. Let me see if I can get this up. Hang on. Let's just see if I can get us in here. And again, we've got several now that are done. We just need to make a couple of quick changes. And T-Rudd, yep, we're going to get you one of those bars, my friend. We're going to get that for you. So just hang tight on that. Don't worry about that. All right. So we got another question here from Shelly about on your monthly auto ships. That is coming up here very, very soon. And we're gonna be covering that here before you know it. So look for an update on that on the Monday night update webinar. Here we go. Let's see if I can just kind of show this out, and let's see if I can go here. Hang on just a second. And let's see if I can show this here. Again, folks, this is in beta right now. So, and for those of you that have been on the last several weeks calls, you know that we've got several that are coming in here. You've probably seen a bunch of them, and we have several being designed actively right now that will help you market Slim, that are going to help you market the Max Natural, the weight loss, etc., etc. And we're going to be able to really, really rock things because we have the very best marketing out there. Okay, any other quick questions here, folks? And ad placement. I know some of you have been asking about ad placement, so you want to click on how to place your daily ads right here. This is what you want to do. You want to click on how to place your daily ads. click on that, be able to watch that, because that's going to cover it. We've had ad placement going now for several weeks. We've been doing very, very good with that. Folks have been able to understand it, and that has been absolutely fantastic. So pretty excited about all the great things happening there. And I know that people are too. We do have some updates that are happening in some of our ads, etc., because they're all going to be updated and upgraded to reflect the new sites that we are building. So any other quick questions here, folks? If not, I just want to if not, I just want to be able to end on a really positive note and kind of share with everybody a sneak peek at some of the big things that are coming for JubiRev, JubiMax. Any other quick questions there? There's a couple of questions. Some of those may be better suited for the help desk, and we'll do some additional training calls for some of those as well. Let's go ahead and close on this, folks, because this is really important. We have two new products that none of you know about yet. That are going to be coming out. We have two brand new products. I'm so excited about these products that are going to be coming. Some of you have been trying to get the information out of leaders, and leaders in turn have been trying to get the information out of me. Folks, we've got, here's what we've got. We've got our amazing weight loss line that's up and running. We've got our beauty line. Travel is going to be, I believe, we've got some brand new sites for that going live next week. We've got brand new sites going live soon for Jubi Trainer. Jubi Rebates is going live on Monday, and this is going to give all of you the opportunity to actually see some of these amazing products that you're going to be able to go out and build with. And then on top of that, we have two more products that we're going to be announcing in the month of May. I'm really, really excited about that. So getting a couple of questions about paying your monthly subscriptions. We're going to be having an update for everyone on that on Monday, okay? So we're going to be having an update on that on Monday. I encourage everybody to get in and make sure that you do not miss that Monday call, because on that Monday call, we're going to be talking about how to upgrade. If you want to upgrade, we're going to be talking about what you need to do to go ahead and pay your monthly subscription and how that system works. And that's going to be, again, on Monday. No doubt about it, our very first renewal date for subscriptions is going to be May 1, which is, I believe, coming up on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. So Monday is going to be a big call, but everybody's going to have an opportunity to go through the pathway to upgrade, to make sure that your next month's subscription is paid, so that you maintain all of your qualifications, etc. So that's going to be in there as well. So with that said, folks, I just want to end on a couple of quick notes here, because I really think that it's important for all of you to be thinking about how you're going to market this business, how you're going to be out taking this product to people. And I really think that it just comes down to one thing. In today's economy, people are skeptical. They really are. And we have great products and services. A lot of companies do. But the biggest challenge is getting a customer to reach into their pocket and pay full price for products and services. What we offer here at JubiMax is the opportunity for all of you to be able to incentivize new customers to get started, and then be able to reward their loyalty over and over again as they shop with you. We have a company here, folks, that, make no mistake about it, is very, very special. And so what I want to invite each and every one of you to do, if you're a guest here on today's call, make sure that you log in here, fund your account with eCash, go through the process. Let's get you in and get you started as one of our newest independent promoters. Let's work together to help you become one of our next success stories. And if you are out here on this call and you are an independent promoter, I want to invite you to continue to work with us, to continue to join our company webinars, watch them via replay, and get all of the training and information that you possibly can, so that you can build a strong business with us. Because, folks, JubiRev, JubiMax is not just a quick company. We are a company that has a very, very long vision. We are here for the long haul, and we are looking forward to seeing each and every one of you in person at our upcoming regionals and our ultimate company, first company event that's going to be happening, that we're going to be announcing details on, folks. And most importantly, I'm looking forward to hearing from you about your success story. With that said, folks, I'll see each and every one of you at the top, on the inside, and on the beaches of the world. Bye for now, everyone.
So that's it for now. If you have any questions, please get back to the person that shared this video with you, or you can send a support ticket from your JubiRev back office. Thank you. We look forward to hearing of your success.